Hello, hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So today we are going to show you how to change the intake tube on a 2006 Honda Pilot. Mine is the LX model, but it's the same for the EX and the other EXL models as well. The reason we are changing it is because we came out here to actually do an oil change, popped the hood, and realized that this intake tube looked loose. And at first glance, everything seems normal except for the fact that this is actually supposed to be connected on the end of that. This was all one piece. It actually broke and fell apart right here where it connects to the throttle body. So now I just have open air coming into my throttle body, which is not good. So we went online, and not my favorite place to shop for car parts, but for certain parts you can get a good deal and fast. Found this really well made air intake tube for less than 20 bucks on Amazon. Came 2-day shipping and actually got here in a day, which was kind of nice. It is a factory OEM replacement. This piece right here that you see no clamp on will actually come over here and go to my throttle body or my Canon filter. And this end over here that you see the clamp and the hook on will go right here to my throttle body, replacing this piece that's broken. I have the clamp in the back, the hose clamp on the top, and the one on the bottom. Some differences between this aftermarket one and my new one. I will point out my aftermarket one has the older style hose clamps that do not have a Phillips or a flathead. They are just a straight 10 millimeter wrench or socket. There's the difference between that and this is, if you look at this one, you can put a Phillips head to it, which is handy. You could also put a socket on the end of it, which would be about a 6. Looking at the size of that, maybe a 7 millimeter. It's very tiny, but I'm just going to go with the Phillips. I will need a pair of pliers, vice grips, channel locks, pliers, or specifically a hose clamp set of pliers to be able to squeeze and compress this, to be able to get that one off and this one on. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump into that. I did put some gloves on so I don't get greasy again, unlike the last job I did for my cousin, where I remembered the gloves after I started, kind of useless. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the wiring out of the way right here on my throttle body, because if there's wiring on your throttle body, you can bet your butt that it's important, and you don't wanna break any sensors doing this. So I'm just unhooking that and moving it away. This is just to keep it off the hot metal when your car is running. Now I'm gonna use my pliers like I just showed you, and I'm going to grab these and use them to pull this hose clamp back. It does look like this sits in a, I don't know what you want to call it, but a unique position. So I'm actually going to do that last. I'm actually going to get my 10 millimeter off right down here at the bottom on the top and pull this off of my throttle body, and then, or my air intake, and then I'll grab this piece by my throttle body last. So if you can see, there's like a coil spring around here that's just keeping it nice and tight. I'm looking to see if there is any kind of a actual hook or if it's just pressure. It looks like it might just be pressure, so we'll see if it just wiggles loose once we get started here. I do like my ratcheting sockets, I'm not gonna lie, they've come in handy a lot lately. So I'm pulling this out, I'm gonna set it aside. I'll actually install that on my other tube before I even install the tube, so that when I install the tube, all the pieces kind of fit together nice and easy. I'm gonna get this bottom one, see if I can get my ratchet on there. It's thoroughly loose, so that should come right out. That's not hooked to anything. All right, so the only thing I got to do is figure out how this pulls off, and we should be good to go. So we decided to actually get this last hose off before we take the piece off by the all right, so that is free and clear. And then this just pulled loose, all one piece. So once I pulled this piece out and I just lifted up and off, this just came off of here on its own. I had already loosened this, so now I'm just gonna pull it loose. If you've ever loaded a paintball gun canister, it's kind of what it feels like. So this one goes in the bottom, this one goes in the top. This is the old broken one. Let's set it aside. Now, I can tell you that this does have a little spring right here. This has a groove for it, so I'm gonna see if I can carefully get this old one off my factory Honda one out and put it on here just to be able to reuse it. Since I'm not going to be reusing this because it's broken, I'm not gonna use any metal tools or anything to pry it out. I just wanna bend it in. It's rubber, it's malleable. Actually gonna sit it on the ground so I have a little bit more leverage here. Sorry for the lighting, folks, it's getting dark. Definitely a spring-loaded system here. So, it's factory spring-loaded thing. I'm gonna pre-install this on my new one. It's probably gonna take me just a minute, so no laughing at me as you watch this. I'll probably take just a second to pinch my fingers here. I'm sure that there's an easier way or a specialty tool that Joel will tell me about that I didn't know about, but quite frankly, the only time I've ever replaced an air intake was when I was modding it to go with a cold air intake in my younger years. There goes my part of my glove. But that was a nice tight factory fit. So, we're good to go. Looking at this, the hook goes up top, this goes in the back, this and this. I'm gonna put these on first, so bottom one underneath. Oh, I'm gonna have to loosen that up. Kind of thought it might be loose to begin with, but not enough. It has a very snug fit, which is a good thing. You'll see that there's a little clip right here for the back of your battery terminal cable wire. It's just a guide to go sit in. Mine wasn't even sitting in it like it should have been. Probably just fell loose over the years. Get that good and snug. It's handy that you can put this together while it's outside. Put this piece in. Same thing, I'm gonna have to loosen it. Almost there, you can see it wants to go all the way in easily. It's just not quite hitting the whole 360. There we go. That's in. You can tell because it sits at about the same level as it previously did in the other one. And when you put your hand on the inside, you can feel it is all the way in, so the plastic is going to clamp around it. Just making sure that it sits flat with my fingers. So these are some kind of an air chamber that Honda probably has to keep the air from being too cold or creating a backflow. I don't know which. That is the case. So now I'm going to kind of cram this thing back on there, for lack of better words. All right, so we got the top on, we got the bottom on. We actually took the front clamp off completely. We just unscrewed it, completely pulled it apart. And then down here at the throttle body, same thing. It's kind of thin, so you want to make sure you're not rolling it under the metal, that you're getting it to the outside of the throttle body all the way around, which when you're kind of vertically challenged like I am, leaning over a car fender, it's normally not a problem. But when it's an SUV and you're not on a stool, well, I should have brought a ladder. Just getting things off is easy and getting them on is a little bit of a struggle when you're on your tippy toes. But it is over the throttle body all the way around. Completely. So, I'm gonna get this clamp on the throttle body and make sure I can actually reach the screw. So, should just be able to push it up underneath, and then there's teeth in here that should just grab and pull it through.
Okay. Grab now. See this right here, this hose. See, it's got that little ridge right there. Push it up. Feels like that is the most it's gonna go on.
Is it between the?
Got the ridge over. You can definitely tell this is the aftermarket tube because the clearances are not quite spot on. We took this part back off this piece to put this clamp on first in hopes I will be using this. So what I'm going to try to do is get this part on the bottom. Right now it's folded. Just using my fingers to make sure that the bottom piece is on all the way. The bottom is on all the way. I use the flathead right here to make sure. You see that piece is up. So now it's actually around this part right here. This is the air filter. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna grab both hands and just pull. And I'm also gonna just twist it left and right.
All right, so just want to go over a couple talking points for you guys as we finish up and wrap up. Main reason we switched out was, well, two reasons. One, I am short of the below 5'3" variety, and so therefore I'm leaning over the SUV, and I didn't want to get a ladder out. I normally would. So I just had Dennis work the length. This was also a tight back and forth squeeze. I'm sure there is probably a spring tool that you can get to make this easier. We used a pair of pliers and stretched. We tried a couple things before we filmed and showed you guys. We're showing you guys what worked best for us. If you have a better method, by all means share it with everybody else here. Inexpensive part, start to finish. 45 minutes with stopping to film. Probably can be done in 15 to 20 minutes tops flat if you just have all the right tools laid out, knock it in, knock it out. Other than that, if you found this video useful, helpful, like, share, comment, subscribe. And we are not ASE certified mechanics, as is shown in here in our backyard under our carport. XYZ disclaimer. Do at your own risk. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.